Hi guys, I'm Ted, here to give you another fast fact, and for this fast fact, we're going to look at the Wizard of Oz. Now, we're not going to look at the talk about the movie or anything like that. We're going to look at the book published in 1896. And the book was published after the election of 1896 that pitted William Jennings Bryan against William McKinley. Bryan, of course, ran on both, was nominated and received votes on both the Democratic ticket and the populist ticket. He's one of those rare figures in American history that ran in an election on two different parties. He ran against himself in an election. Now, the book itself, The Wizard of Oz, is an allegory to the election of 1896, written and published by Frank Baum. The Wizard of Oz begins in Kansas, and Kansas itself is very central to the populist movement. Most of the most well-known populist figures, such as Sockless Jerry Jackson, Sockless Jerry Simpson. Sorry about that. He was from Kansas. He served as a populist congressman from Kansas, and he was a well-known speaker from Kansas. Mary Lease. She was also from Kansas, and she was one of the more militant female populists. She's most well known for her saying that Kansas farmers should raise less corn and more hell. A very incendiary statement to be made back in the 1880s. But back to the Wizard of Oz. So it's set in Kansas, and Kansas at the beginning of the novel is described as gray, bleak, and a very disheartening place to live. And it is contrasted with the wonderful land known as Oz. Oz is described as a vibrant, colorful, exciting, and very inviting place to live. The characters of The Wizard of Oz are meant to represent the major figures and groups of the era. Now, the Tin Man represents the industrial worker. The industrial worker who lacks a heart. And that was a very pointed jab at industrial workers. The populists had included on their 1892 party platform the aim or the stated purpose of lobbying for an 8-hour workday for industrial workers. So on their big coming out as a political party, they attempted to make common cause with industrial workers. And in the eyes of many populists, and evidently Frank Baum, the industrial workers simply didn't object to them doing that, but they also didn't fight or help the populists or the farmers get anything. So heartless. So the Tin Man is heartless. The next character will be the Scarecrow, and the Scarecrow himself represents the farmer. And if you remember the movie, the Scarecrow had no brain. He wanted intelligence, and it was a very pointed jab at the farmers who lacked the intelligence to mobilize, get out there, vote, and consistently and almost militantly support the populist party to improve their own lot. Farmers, there was never a broad union of farmers across the republic. The popular party was most strongest in the Midwest, and their legacy remains most evident in the Midwest. And of course, the cowardly lion is William Jennings Bryan. The cowardly lion who has a lot of rhetoric, a lot of powerful roar, but no real bravery. And that was a deliberate jab at Bryan, who had been given the Populist Party nomination, but cowardly shrank from it to run as the Democratic Party candidate back in 1896. And of course, the Wizard of Oz himself. And as he's described and as he's first seen, the wizard is all-powerful and almighty. But once the screen is pulled back, he is revealed to be a small man with no power, no might, and no real authority. And the Wizard of Oz is meant to be William McKinley, so it was a jab, a direct jab at William McKinley and his incoming policies. So there you have it. That is our populist examination of the Wizard of Oz. It's a very interesting look and a very interesting critique of the election of 1896, to say the least. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found it interesting, enlightening. As always, hit like, subscribe, and comment. And really do comment. I'd like to know someone else's take on the Wizard of Oz, and if these ideas are new to you, I'd like to know your thoughts on that. I'm Ted, and I'll see you guys next time for another Fast Fact.